Once again, guys, welcome to another episode. Today, I just wanna thank you guys for always taking your time to watch our episodes. Today, extremely excited is Keith to just show you a project that I have done in a record of exactly 3 months. 22nd of February to last month. This is June, May 22nd. It was done. And the client clapped her hands, saying that Keith, I didn't expect it to finish, but we are done. So today, let me just take you through the details. You remember the intro last time? The project was completely in a mess. I won't go into details about it. For those who watched or for those who didn't watch, go back and see. But today, let's go in. We go through what has been delivered. So guys, I'll start from here. Today, this is an entry porch or an entry veranda or an entrance. So most of the times when we came in, you remember the moldings of these were just round columns. We have worked on them by doing the moldings, that is the head, the base and the body. Nicely done, everything has come out. We've done the moldings around the house. When you look around, you can see the molding around the ring beam, the molding around the edgings of the whatever. Very well done and in record time. Again, as you walk in this veranda, we managed to come up with the 3 steps. As you walk in, this is called travertine stone. This is a natural porous stone. Very beautiful, nice for entry porches, nice for even the interiors, depending on what kind of theme you're looking at. We've managed to do a trim around the house, and these are trim, and these are the tiles. The trim gives you the bonus on the outer side, so that when you're stepping in, you don't get the harsh face surface on your, maybe that hits your leg. And also to just make sure that the skirting is slightly recessed by around 10 mm or 15 or 20 mm, so that the skirting and the steps are defined nicely. Then as you walk in, you can see the travertine very well laid, the moldings around the windows very well laid, the skirting very well laid. You remember the door, this was also an arched door. We decided, and it was actually metallic. You remember I actually even talked about this door because of the way the grills had been done. We managed to remove the door that was there, which was a grill. We supplied and installed this mahogany stained wood, beautiful frame wall to wall that is 250 from this side to the other side, and then a nice beautiful trimming that is the architrave around, the nice simple panel door that is, these are actually 5 panels. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 panels, and then the lock itself beautifully anchored, and the door just sits perfectly in its pocket. And then now again, because we are trying to use some elements of design, and one of the elements are material, another element is line, another element is variety. So we decided, as you come outside, from outside, this is the porch. Since we have used the natural stones, which are the travertine stones, we just transition from the outside to the inside with nice trimmings, and these trimmings are happening around most of the doors, even the internal doors, especially between the bathrooms and the rooms, so that you transition nicely from the natural to the natural, and then the natural that is inside is actually a wood finish. So just giving those small details so that your work can look a bit appealing, rather than just having one complete floor going all the way. But as you also use variety, you have to be careful in such a way that you just get it right. So I really love this. So in what I would expect probably at the end of it all is the plantations or the planter on the side will grow and be green enough. Then as you enter, probably you'll have a nice beautiful mat here. Then I can also come and do proper nice beautiful 2 armchairs here with a stool, maybe a small rug around, and then this thing will just look beautiful. Then if I was to continue maybe accessorizing, then I'll come with a beautiful nice planter maybe on this side, a nice planter on that side, just to make it more eco-friendly. Then you can can see on top, nice, beautiful done. Gypsum step ceiling. Again, we are not going to, we don't complicate our work. Simplicity is the mother of design. Very simple design, just a simple step, a simple cornice around, and that we can go with an inner cornice and an outer cornice, or an inner cornice and an outer cornice. Simple straight lines, and that is it for this particular entry porch. Let's go in. So guys, now we are inside the house. Also, in this particular episode, I don't want to spend so much time explaining things, but I'll just go into a bit of details where necessary. So the door, as I explained, not so much to touch. Another simple detail is actually the switches and sockets. You can actually tell the distance between this socket and this switch and this switch. It's basically around 20, and basically we are achieving the 20 after leaving around a gap of 40 mm during the time for doing the partitions. So that now when you come with the entire thing now, the fixed itself, it eats into the other space by 10, then you remain with 20. Then we try as much as we can to also maintain the levels. You can see this is actually a very straight line, vertically and horizontally. So those small details are the ones that make your work look beautiful. Every work can be nice, but the details matter a lot. Again, even the selection of your items. When you look at these sockets and switches that we've selected, they all match. The socket switches, DP switches, the double socket, the single sockets, and the DPs, they look the same. The materials are a bit unique as compared to the rest of the normal black and white. This is glass frosted with a black matte, whatever the carcass behind or the box behind. So just giving it a nice, beautiful, simple look and simplicity again. Look at the socket itself, look at the buttons. They're very nice, simple, straightforward, and they clip nicely. And these ones I had to bring them in. I won't say for where. Then again, during the design we had done, the floors were in porcelain tiles. But again, our client is a person who's been there, who has other places they stay, and during the construction period, she decided to approach us and tell us that most of our houses have lounges and all that are wooden. So we also again created a variation, and we accommodated mahogany T&G floors, which we supply and installed ourselves in all the rooms. So look at the way it's been done, nicely done and polished, with the NC, a clear varnish, and everything just looks perfect. And it's matching the skirting. Initially, because it was tiles, the skirting was meant to be white, and then the doors were meant to be white. And those are some of the details that we are flexible about when we come to this project, or when we are starting the project. We are easy to adjust as long as things are being adjusted and they work within the same style. So you remember the gypsum ceiling. I won't go into details. This is a beam, and this is a beam, and that is a beam. And when we came in, it was a bit of a struggle. How do we conceal these beams? They were created by the contractor, and he was trying to carry the load without factoring in that when the finishes are being done, they will be sitting under the spaces people are sitting. So we normally come up with this coffered ceilings, where you create gypsum ceilings almost in a pattern that and then you divide them in such a way that if the space is 7 meters and there is a beam somewhere in between, you calculate nicely and you apportion a certain millimeter of gypsum on the side, a certain millimeter on the side, and the other side. And then apportion this in such a way that they are almost the same. At times they might not be very equal. They might vary by either 10 mm, 20 mm, 30 mm, but you do it in such a way that no one will notice, or it can be slightly bigger in the middle, slightly smaller inside. But that would need a critical eye to see the difference. So here, I expect the 3-seater to sit here, probably another 3-seater to sit here, and 2 armchairs on this side. Or another arrangement would be a 3-seater on this side, and a 2-seater on this side, and then 2 armchairs on this side. Or a 3-seater here, another 2-seater on this side, and 2 armchairs here facing here. Remember, during the first video, this wall was not there, and we just put again with the same layout. When you look around, the windows were already there, so there was no wall for the TV apart from the wall where, as you enter the room, the sitting room, you were being forced to put the TV in that wall. And that is our highway or the traffic area. So again, it is not so comfortable putting your entertainment unit on a traffic area. So we wanted to remove it from there so that, because this is the highway that connects the main entry to the bedrooms, because we have 2 bedrooms here, connects to the common toilet, and then it takes you all the way straight up to the staircase and upstairs. And then also to the other side where that is the dining and the kitchen. We really didn't want that commotion watching Manchester versus Manu. For those guys who do Manchester and Manu, and probably a Manchester person is passing in front of the Arsenal guy in Manchester scoring. You know, it can be trouble in the home. So we wanted to create a space for entertainment unit. So we decided to come up with this. This is a concrete wall, cabled, put all the wiring, this for internet, that is the socket, and the aerial came up. We customized this TV cabinet, it's a floating TV cabinet, and then the fluted panels on the back side. So the TV sits around here, all the way to this. So you will see a lot of these fluted panels on this side, a bit of fluted panels on that side, and some from the upper side, and a bit on the lower side. Then expected that you have some items, so probably you have a speaker mounted here. Then again, you're reducing the amount of fluted panels on that side. Then, just again, as an element of design, you bring in things like variety, and we opted to come in with this. So this and that on that side to just keep balance. There was this kind of pillar that was existing. We decided to bring the outside inside. So we molded this, we gave the top, the head, and the bottom, and then the base, the body. Also gave them the socket here, so that just in case this is like a small informal lounge, and then with 2 small chairs around here for the fireplace. We customized it again. This is not the way it was. We just came up, we raised it a bit, came up with this shape, then cladded it nicely. Actually, I am a true believer of customizing fireplaces. I actually enjoy doing this thing. I really don't know why. So it's been a fight back and forth, demolishing and structuring until we have achieved this thing. And for sure, according to me, it's looking really nice. So the granite plinth, we raised this thing, molded this. Robin is coming to just do a bit of polish work of the paint works on these surfaces, so that everything is polished nicely. The granite overlapping nicely, the molding recessed a bit, and then the bull nose. Again, I didn't go for the semicircular bull nose. I feel like it's too much. I've just beveled the edge of the granite on the top. Then we came up with this for purposes of just giving it another angle dimension. And then this was again straight. I came later and told my project manager, let's have it in a slanting, this slanted, this slanted, this slanted, and then we can have it straight. Again, there was no granite on this side. It was just here and here. Then again, I told him, it's not looking nice. Let's add in these pieces so that it looks complete. Again, as you raise, you come up, that is 900. We have this surface that is plain. Then we have the top, which again is the granite that complements it. So we are working on a black and white theme. So we have the black top, we have the white surface, we have white cornice under. This is also a molding, and the granite. Then as usual, you know, under the inside the fireplace, you have to provide those for the fire bricks, so that if you want to use it, like now use it as a fireplace, it can work. Then we cladded this top nicely with a nice, this is marble finish all the way, and then all the way to the ceiling. Then you become a nice cutting, because at times we leave it, then the joint between this and that does not look so neat. So we decided to put a skirting, and this thing just came out so beautiful, and it gives my client or whoever or any other person a reason to now even sit here and to now even for these people who do a bit of decoration. Those are like snow, is to come and put a nice armchair here, put another armchair here, probably another small rug in between, then use it nicely, and it can also just be a masterpiece. This is work of art that can just make the space look more beautiful even without using it. So that is it for the lounge. We go to the other spaces. Guys, the next space immediately after the lounge is normally the dining, which is normally connected to the kitchen. So I will take you through this. Remember, from the main entry, this thing was actually a hall all the way to the kitchen. Apart from the wall between the kitchen and this space was divided, but it was a hall. So we created this to give space for the TV on the other side. But on the inner side, we opted to come in by 600 so that we give them a buffet counter, so that in the event they have dinner or they have lunch or they have breakfast here, the house girl or whoever works here or the chef in the house can come and arrange their food on this counter, and then people can come and pick whatever from here and come. Then as usual, I'll go into a bit of details. We have provided a nice beautiful, this is called shakeables cabinet, so that it can work as storage, and we've tried to play around with another element of design, which is line, whereby we are combining vertical lines and horizontal lines, vertical and horizontal. You can see two doors which are in vertical, the horizontal element, vertical, and they are all on either side. Then this one design was meant to touch this, and then we came, the client was like, okay, I want to utilize this instead of making it a crockery. So we opted to raise and leave a gap here, which is around 500, so that you can have your things under here and you can nicely use it. Then we gave them these nice beautiful floating cabinets. They can put their decorative items here to just complement or to make the space look much more beautiful. This opening was not there, and because there were arches around, we opted to come up with this opening. Provided switches as you enter. These are the switches for the lights. There was a beam around here, and this beam around here, this was now the arch. We opted, because this is the column, this is the beam that is carrying the load on the upper floor, we opted not to touch it. So it is there, but because the paint is subtle, it is not actually beam, it's not visible. And again, since this part is the breakfast counter, this element was treated nicely with a beautiful simple flat gypsum ceiling, and that means during the arrangement we are thinking the dining table for the 6-seater comes here. We have 2 desks, 2 chairs on that side, 2 chairs on this side, 1 chair on that side, and 1 chair on this side. And it's as simple as that. You can add logo wall art here, and that is it. We've done nice, beautiful around the house. You will see this type of treatment. That is the pelmet box with the hidden curtains. You can check inside here, you'll come and see we have already mounted our curtain rods. So all that we are waiting, the client has ordered the curtains from China. We are expecting them to come, then they mount, and then they will flow in. So you don't see where the curtain rod is. It's concealed inside the ceiling. And because the lounge and the dining, we also wanted the communication to be seamless, we also introduced, because there's a beam here, there's a beam there, we also opted to go for the comfort ceiling, then a nice beautiful center right here. Then gave them again, as we treated the breakfast counter, gave them the same treat on this side with shaker finish. So this is the sink cabinet under. Then we have this nice beautiful wash hand basin sitting flat on the black simple granite. Then you have your mixer there. Water has been locked, so it's not flowing. Then we give you this decorative glass panel instead of just having glass panel mirror, instead of just having the same simple. So this will give you two functionalities, and that is it's a mirror and it's also decorative. Granite is around 1.2. You can still have a few things to put around. Those are like the wet wipes and the other towels. So that is it. Immediately after that, this was a door. It was even less than 900. It was around 750. I opted to open up this space, create the same feeling that I already received on the other side. So created this. Then as you come to the kitchen, I remember the kitchen was all the way to here, to that side. So I decided, we were thinking, where do we have the fridge? Where do we have the microwave and oven? Where do we have the sink and all that? So we decided to demolish the wall that was here and then get the kitchen. And also rearrange. I remember the door to the outside was here. I opted to move it from here. Do it on that side. So as you come in again, themes and styles must flow. So on this other side again, we are using the horizontal vertical lines, and as usual, we are selecting nice, beautiful, simple. These are like antique handles that go with the theme of the shapered door finish. So this has been carefully selected to just complement the type of style that we have. In this particular project, we haven't done the double nipping, we've done single nipping, but it still works. So it's nice, beautiful, simple, but with the same backsplash. So you have your quartz finish, this is the quartz stone, and then the backsplash is still in quartz. And as you move in, created a double bowl sink here, simple, nice stainless steel with a bowl on the left and the bowl on the right. Then on the window, again, you come and treat it nicely and edge it in such a way that the edging is seamless, and even if soap was spilling on this side, or even if the house girl placed her soap on this, it is easy to clean and also makes the space just look tidy. Then immediately after that, more storage here, then in this corner. As usual, we give you lazy Susie so that it's easy for you to store things at the far end of the corner. Then there are normally two. So it comes in like that and goes out. Comes out like that and goes in like that. Immediately after that, we are giving you sockets and switches, and that normally is around 100 mm from the countertop. So the measurement from the floor is normally 110, that is 1.1 mm, so it's sitting at almost 1.2, but it's 1.1 from here going up. So again, treatment on that window, the same way, the backsplash, same as the counter. Then on this other side, we also provide sockets and DPs. So we have this socket, and this socket. Basically, for functionality here, you want to blend, you want to toast a bread, you want to do a number of things you have been provided with. Then these are DP switches. These DPs, normally they have their own function. One is controlling the cooker, another one is controlling the hood that comes here. Definitely then it means there is a socket inside that drives the hood, but you control it from the side. These are the high-level cabinets, compartment, simple, straightforward, functional, sturdy enough. Then when you come in, again the details, most of the times the socket, the screws and all that, normally most people would use countersunk screws. We use this type of screws because they don't crash the board. So that is it. Then the cutters in white, and the doors are in shaken. Then this is a decorative panel. Again, that one is just for your placement, to do maybe you want a flower, you can put your flower there, you will have a special jar, special whatever utensil you can place it there. So that is it. Again, agreement that is for the high level. We also have a spice rack normally that comes immediately after the cooker, either on the left or the right. So this is where you place your spices, and then it's also a soft closing. You push like that, go in, and there is more space for other things. So this is basically for the cylinder, because they didn't want a cylinder outside, so they do their gas cylinder here and pipe it to the other side. So that now marks the end of our low level and the high levels. Then immediately after that, you start with the high level, with the tall cabinets. So most of the times when you're doing the kitchen, there are a number of items you do. So we have the low levels, we have the high levels, and then we have the tall cabinets, and then maybe the appliances. So in the tall cabinets, at times you combine a bit of other materials. So this is an aluminium door, which will be clear glass. So when you're doing the things inside it, they will be visible completely, and it is just well done. Immediately after that, we also have this space, which is 960, specifically for the double fridge. The socket is behind. We have provided a window behind there, and specifically because this is the front side of the house, the client just wanted to mimic the two windows, so that when you're driving in or when you're coming in, the window on the other side is not off center. And on top, we have storage. Then immediately after that, we create for you a small pantry whereby you can do your storage here. Just push it again, it's a soft close, leave it there, it will go. Then if you want to walk around or you want to prepare things, you just stand here, we have a socket, we have a counter, we have the backsplash, and you have this decorative floating cabinet that you can place a few other things on top. Then the drawers and rails, the drawers and doors, very well done. So you just pull, push, it will go, pull, you push, it will go. Then this has been done in such a way that it's giving you the waterfall kind of finish for both sides, so it flows and becomes the side panel. The same thing we are creating even on this side, come, then it flows on the back side, and this becomes the panel. So all you can see on the front side are the dark green door cabinets. Then most of the times again, you normally tie up to somewhere here and leave this other side. So when you remove the cooker, you will find out that on the other side, the back side of the cooker is not so tight. This particular project, we decided to do it nicely so that just before everything just looks tidy. So that is it for the dining and for the kitchen. Let's go, you see the guest bedroom, go through the staircase, then I'll take you to the upper floor. So after the kitchen and the dining, we have 2 bedrooms on the ground floor. I'll just take you through quickly. So look at the finishes on their frames. Most of the times I tell people, will do your frames end to end, and it gives you a smoother, cleaner finish rather than doing a frame midway and then leave the other space. This also gives you an allowance to do architraves on both sides. A switch as you enter, done by us. Skimming and paintwork, done by us nicely. Then you can see we have provided you with a switch and socket. Switch comes as the first because you're sleeping, you want to switch on and off. This still has masking tape on top, it needs to be removed because there are 2 guns. One for the downlighters, the downlighters have been separated into 2. So 2 will light the 2 and then 1 will light this. Then sockets, just in case you're in the bed, you want to charge. You have your partner probably here. Again, they can operate this from the side, again independently. And it's been connected in such a way that, this is all the bedrooms. When we have maybe 3 types of lights, maybe a chandelier or a pendant light in the middle, we have downlighters, and probably we have the spotlights. We give you a 3-gun, and this 3-gun will give you in such a way that they are all independent. All we are trying to do is to make your life as easy as possible. Secondly, we are trying to make your system to operate like a hotel type of system. You don't go to Kempinski, or you don't go to Eka, or you don't go to JW Marriott's or Fiat and admire and say, I wish even me I would just be sleeping and switch off like this. So we give you that setup, and then now the only remaining part is accessorizing the space now with the bedding and the side stools and the side lamps and all those manner of things and the rugs and all that. If all done well properly all the way to the end, You will always be walking into hotels, even in Dubai, even in China, even in America, but you still appreciate your space. Because we are trying to do something called continuous project improvement. That is one element in project management, whereby you try to improve each and every time you're working on something. So on each and every project I'm working on, I aspire or I endeavor to polish it and make it as better than what I did yesterday. So all these have been an improvement on a daily basis. So simple ceiling again, just because it's a bedroom, simplicity again, simple choice of color, not so many different types of colors. Simplicity is the mother. Then concealed cornices. We come to this side, as you enter the bathroom. Again, I say standardize your space. Don't be beautiful as you enter and ugly as you enter into the bathrooms. Also, we just try and standardize the system. Then again, we give you a copy as you come in. We give you the lights. One is for the mirror and one is for the downlighter. Again, as usual, this is our level. We have provided an indirect light that is coming from the ceiling, a big mirror because we had a big space. So I decided to take this mirror all the way up. It also gives an illusion of bigger space. These counters, these vanities, we normally customize them for all our projects, and it looks better because one, most of the cabinets you buy, a tile and carpets, or you buy from other stores will be roughly around 750 to 900, but here we customize to fit into the space. If your space is 1.2, we'll give you probably maybe 1.15. If the space is bigger, we give you bigger, so you have more space to put your things, so that you don't have to maybe have other like hook toothbrush holder here. You just have a tray here, you put your toothbrushes and you put your things here. Then on this side you put your makeups and all that. So simply well arranged. The neat tiling works. You look around and you look for the joints you don't see. We provide you for the curtain row, for the towel rack here. Then frameless glass partitions simplifies space and makes the space look more minimalistic and not so congested. So this is well done again. Soft close, swings, it locks nicely. Then we give you again sometimes, because of variety and choices, we give you matte finished black handles, and it's both inside and outside. This is horizontal because you can still hang the towel here. The other one is just to hold and push. We have the rubber mats on the rubber stoppers on the glass that prevents water from splashing from that side to this side. Down also on the lower side, we'll also conceal the lower side nicely with a rubber on the door and then the silicone around, so that you don't have any spillages. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because some people will ask you, why are you doing polished granite tiles in the bathroom? We don't expect this bathroom to be a wet area. We only expect the shower area to be the wet area. And that is the reason why we've done the mosaic tiles in the shower pan. And trimmed it or separated the shower pan with the rest with a nice, beautiful granite piece of 100 mm thick to give you allowance when you're screwing the glass accessories so that it does not crash. And then it is raised by around 20 mm from the level of the floor, so that as you shower, despite having the slope of water flowing in, just in case there is too much water, it does not come back to this side. So you walk to this side, you get your doormat here, you wipe yourself inside, come outside, you get a doormat here. As you come to the sink, because now these are tiles and they are sometimes cold, you have a nice beautiful mat on top here. Then we have those toilet mats again here. So you realize this space is supposed to be a dry space and not a wet space. It's only wet inside there. Again, I would still say you can still have the polished granite tiles inside and come and put those rubber mats on top, which grip that tile nicely. So when you're standing there, you stand on it and you are still sorted out. Given you the mixers, but also provided you with a lighting point. Sometimes in some projects I've noticed, because of solar issues and all that, they can still have whatever, an instant heater, shower on top there, and use that in the event the mixer is a problem. So you can still have the two, and we are looking in and we still researching, we still studying and to see how we can combine the two together so that you don't have to have two items together, but you can still eat and do the same. Then we have given you pockets there where you can place your soaps, detergents, and all manner of facial scrubs and all that, and the scrubs under there. So those pockets nicely trimmed with an L-shaped trimmer, and it is just as beautiful. Those same details done in all the bathrooms. As you walk out of the bathroom again, details are very key. You want to transit from this side to this side. When you come with a tile, it means you have to put an angle line, which is metallic, either chrome, or you want to mimic the plastic ones, which will look like the tiles. Instead of that, just the same size of the frame, put your nice beautiful granite, and also just bevel it nicely so that it's smooth. If it hits the skirting, then architraves, the architrave hits on the floor, the skirting continues, then you start your other wood finish that side. And that goes, I will just finish with the wardrobes. Again, for the wardrobes, we do wardrobes with functionality in mind. So we are giving you tall cabinets, assuming this is a holiday home for this farmhouse for this family. So they stay in Nairobi, they also have a house somewhere, maybe in Eldoret, then they also have this as their farmhouse. So you don't expect them to have so many clothes. So we are giving them just modest sizes of wardrobes, and those are 2 boxes of 900 for some spaces, but some other spaces where we have bigger spaces we can accommodate more. But we make sure if you have tall clothes, they can all fit here. Under there, we have provided a clear space where it can take around 6 to 8 shoes. So that is 1 shoe on the far end, another on the back, and like that. So you can comfortably fit in 10 of them. Then you can fold your things and put here. Then immediately after that, before I go ahead, nice beautiful grey finish wardrobes, doors that match as in we're trying to just stay within the style in terms of cabinetry. Same thing that is in the kitchen. The only difference is those are shaker doors and these are laminated plain doors. We are giving you a nice, beautiful, complementing handle that flows from somewhere where you stand on. This is your reaching point, but it is trimmed all the way to the lower level. So partly it is a decorative element, but as well as a functional entity. Then immediately after that, those are clothes. You open here, you have the short clothes, and then you have drawers where you have your boxers, where you have your panties, you have your bras, and you have your belts and all manner of things. So comfortably, you've been sorted in that manner. Put your suitcase there, put your few clothes there, and boss, I think you're sorted if you village. Same thing on this side, because there will be 2 same elements. Left, right are 5 by 6 feet here. Then we've given you a space for putting a study desk. So the study comes here, the socket is provided. You can switch on and off from here. And then immediately after that, again, same layout. The family must have same entities. Maybe I'll just try and open this, push it in, open this, push it in, open this, push it in. And so many people, even those guys who are sophisticated, have noticed it's a problem to figure out the soft closing. Someone is trying to push it, it's not locking. Just give it a bit of slight of energy, a bit, then leave it to flow all the way. So I was on the side and someone was trying to ask me, this thing is not going to, because they were trying to push it. So you just push it and leave it. And again, you don't just use very less energy. Try to push it a bit. Then this is the same treatment, so that those guys on that side, that guy on that side does not complain and say, why is my brother having a cabinet that looks different? So giving you the same treatment. So that is it for the ground floor bedrooms. Again, I just go here. One thing I might not want to forget is when we came in, there was no common toilet in this house. So we tried to figure out how do we create a common toilet here in the lounge. You don't have a common toilet. There was people who were meant to use the toilets in the kids' bedrooms or the guest bedrooms. And I opted not. So we came in, dug this ground, went down, created 2 steps. Then I decided instead of going with wood, I again loved the idea of using the granite, which has come out very nice. So it's a trim around. Then the steps, then this sunken that looks like a landing. Then inside there, nicely done wood finish. So these guys can place their items here. Maybe if you have backup batteries, they can put there. If they have bikes, they can come and place them. But we created this opening. We had to cut this opening so that we can create a new space on the back side. So the handles again, as you can see, very nice, beautiful. I don't know if this is brass or bronze, but I got this from Dubai again. Nice, beautiful, simple, straightforward. A handle on its own. The lock where the key goes on its own. It's a kind of simple thing, but a bit unique. Then this door was cut just in shape because this is the staircase riser. So we cut it nicely in such a way that it flows with the shape, so that at least it can accommodate someone to pass. And if I can move in without bending, then it is working. Again, when you design, you just figure out how the door will open. Probably it's aligned on it without touching the counter. So we put for you a nice beautiful sink, wash and basin seated on the granite. We have the handles, we have the laminated boards nicely done. We have a mirror, you can light up, you can do your things. Then you have a toilet here. So this was carefully thought out, and we just raised this wall, created the window, provided the power points here. So we have an LED light on the back side. We have that. We have the drainage. We have the drainage for this. Then brought in water, tiled it nicely from floor to ceiling, all polished granite. And that is it for this ground floor. So these guys have been accommodated. They have a sitting room, they have a dining, they have a kitchen, they have 2 bedrooms on the ground floor, and then they have a common toilet that they did have. So if you are choosing or selecting your team, select carefully, especially the guys who are doing the finishes. At kthinteriorz, we are ready to come and sort you. And remember, we are endeavoring to do what is called continuous improvement. So let the project be the best as compared to this. Now, when we come to yours tomorrow, we sort out issues that probably were issues here with you. So we go and polish and polish. As for now, that is for the ground floor. Let me go to the first floor.
Started in the back office, now I run the front. Call the shots, make the deals, know the deal, know what's up. Too much for the books, and I put it in a tuck. Too much for the tuck.